and welcome to the What the Fork Monarchs Friday Focus. Myself, Graham Munsey, joined by Dave Harley as we look back on a 3 points gained, a 12-point win on the night, 3 points gained for the Monarchs, 51-39 against the Berwick Bandits. We'll hear from Monarch of the match, Paco Castagna, main man for the Bandits, Chris Harris, and race tonight. There was a good few to choose from, but we decided, seeing as how we spoke to Chris Harris, we'll see that Heat 13 again. Did he win it? Did he not win it?
You can decide.
There's only one man's opinion that mattered in the end, which was Willie Dishington's, but now you can make your own mind up as well. And Dave, we spoke during the week in the preview show that Berwick would be tough, Monarchs had a job to do, and we stuck to the task well. An excellent performance. All the 7 Monarchs can look to one Heat or another and pick out bits of the night they enjoyed. Berwick solid throughout, but probably just lacking that backup to Chris Harris on Leon Flint. The middle order somewhat posted missing, surprisingly, when you look at the names in there, 3 ex-Monarchs. But job done, as we always like to see when the Monarchs take 3 points.
Yeah, a really, really solid team performance tonight. We didn't need Sam and Josh's heroics in Heats 13 and Heat 15. We didn't get them in the end this week, but yeah, no, it was all well done and dusted by then. With some good performances from Lassie, Paco, and great points from Kai. I think he was only beaten by Chris Harris, apart from the last, forgetting about Heat 15 there. He got the extra ride. And Sam, you would never know he's riding in pain. For me, I made him man of the match for his effort in Heat 13. But it's a big win. Gets us off in this Jubilee League to a flying start. And as we said through the week, go tomorrow with nothing to lose.
Yeah, that's it. The 3 points gained, as you mentioned, Yoke down the line, it's solid. 13 from Sam, 4 from Lassie, but probably rode better than 4. Kai and Paco, maybe their best, or one of their best matches each of the season, both with at least 2 Heat wins. Kai gets 9 plus 1, Paco gets 10. Josh, 2 Heat wins as well, and then Jacob Hook again, worth more than he got, pretty harshly excluded in Heat 2, I felt. And James, an up and down night, but he wins Heat 2 as well. So positives for all the Monarchs, but the man with the biggest smile on his face at the end, he always has, regardless of the result, I think, was Monarch of the match. That was Paco Castagna, and Dave spoke to him after.
Here with Monarchs man of the match, Paco Castagna. A cracking night for you tonight, including winning Heat 3. What's that all about?
Yeah, it's something weird. I wanted to start on a good way, and I tried different things tonight in the on the setup and tried the other bike, and it seems like it was working better than the one I've been using the whole season here. Sometimes it's just like you gotta try something that you think it doesn't work, and tonight it was the perfect moment to try it, because I think Berwick is a very, very strong team at Armadale, because they've got some track specialists, and it was a good meeting to try, because it's also the Summer League or Jubilee League, whatever. So it was good. It was good, and I'm fairly happy. I am a little bit pissed off, to be honest, because I wanted a maximum. I felt quick. I was that close to get it, but it's positive. I'm happy about it. I'm very happy.
Yeah, some cracking races from you there. Apologies to anybody with the language, we're all good. But yeah, some cracking races. You've beaten Chris Harris. We've been solid all the way down. You and Jacob have come out with a 5-1 in Heat 14. That's exactly what we're needing.
Yeah, exactly. I've always felt confident in this track since start of the season, which was something weird because I didn't like this track years ago. But since the first meeting, I like this track, and I think I showed it. It's just that sometimes the confidence goes down because you're struggling with bike setups and everything, and some riders beat you, and you kind of confidence go down, and you always need to work hard to build it back up. And tonight it was one of them nights that where the confidence is gone back up, and it's something that I really, really need also, because we've got a big weekend coming up next week, and it's good. It keeps me on a good mindset.
Yeah, definitely a big one next week. But track conditions, were they the same tonight? Obviously, with the weather looking like coming in, perhaps didn't put as much water on as usual. But hey, if that's what it's like every week.
Better for me. I'm happy. I'm happy if it rains like this every week. And I'm happy about the track. I know that there's been some changes, starts wise and dirt wise and this and that, but overall, it's a nice prepared track, and every away team that come here should be happy about the track they find, because it's not a dangerous track at all. So I'm very happy. Hopefully, we have a good track next week as well, and and beat Glasgow by some points.
Yeah, definitely. And racing for Italy tomorrow. You're missing us, but look forward to that.
Yeah, 100%. You know, big meeting. I hope we can qualify for that because it's last year was going to be there as well, so we're going to fight for that place. And you know, an old Monarch with me in the team. You know, with Daniele Tessari and a very good mate of mine. So I'm very happy. And then Thursday, Speed of Nations, huge meeting. Obviously, loads of pressure, but you know, we just try and just do what I've done tonight. Just enjoy riding the bike and have fun. So the points will come.
Fantastic, Paco. Good luck with that, and we'll hopefully see you next week with another big score against the Tigers.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be big score, and I'll be here chatting with you next week again.
Yeah, Paco, delighted with his night work. Right, so I spoke to him for the programme. Maybe need to get him on the front page of the programme.
That's. I think he was meeting some of the kids before the meeting as well. So all these sort of things, because that's two things we don't normally see here: Dust and Paco winning Heat 3.
Yeah, that's it. But you know, he said to me during the week he was thinking of trying a couple of things out, just pressure off maybe a little bit, try a few things that you wouldn't think would work here, as he said to you in the interview. But certainly everything seemed to. So more of the same going forward would be perfect. And we've probably said that all season. When the Monarchs struggle, it's just because we're maybe that one rider missing to back up Sam and Josh. Tonight we had that in spades all the way through the lineup, and can be happy with that. If we flip it over to Berwick's point of view, I spoke to Gary Flint in the build-up, and I didn't speak to him after, but I'd be willing to bet if I was him, he'll be disappointed with that 2, 3 and 4. Chris Harris gets 14. Leon battles hard and has a heat win in there and finishes on 7, I think it was. The reserve's fantastic.
Knudsen, excellent.
Knudsen 9 and Stoneman 4 plus 2 from 3 rides as well. So was it 13 points from reserve? Be delighted with that. But the men you're maybe expecting it from, Theo Piper, Ricky Wells, 5 points between them. Whether it was a meeting too soon for Jai Etheridge, although I wouldn't be surprised if we see a different Etheridge at Shielfield Park on Saturday night.
And Theo's maybe still struggling as well. You don't know for sure, but we're looking at and Jacob Hook and Lassie Fredrickson are both beating Ricky Welch, who's a former number 1 round here. So I've got to look at it from positives on Monarch side. But yeah, Gary Flint will be thinking we should have got something tonight with the scores from the other rider.
As I say, 5 points between Theo and Ricky. You'd expect one of them to get that, and 2, maybe 3 races on their own, let alone between them. But it wasn't to be for the Bandits. Although one man that can hold his head high was their number 1, Chris Harris. I spoke to him after. So Chris, 14 points for yourself, but a tough night again for the Bandits. Maybe just didn't have the consistency down the lineup and go home empty-handed.
Yeah, it was a tough night for the team. I was sort of semi-okay with my score. I was like to win a few more, but it was nice to win the two hardest heats, as they say, as the night. But yeah, it was nice to beat Sam as well. So it was, and he's a quick rounded. But yeah, I was disappointed that we didn't come away with nothing.
Yeah, I was just going to say that you've been here quite a few times now, and you always seem to be very fast, but maybe you don't get the gates in the big heats. And tonight you made 2 cracking starts in 13 and 15, and were just able to hold off Sam in 13, and then heat 15 won pretty comfortably. Yeah,
no, I was lifting a bit tonight, but I managed to sort it towards the end of the meeting. And yeah, the race in heat 13 was a good race with Sam. It was very kind to me coming off the last corner. He could have stuffed me in the fence, as you like, but he's a fair rider. And then heat 15, I made sure I didn't move off that white line, and managed to get a good win there.
And I guess that's 2 away defeats now in the Jubilee League group stage, so it's really just a case of defending your honour at home, starting tomorrow against the Monarchs and next week against Glasgow, and see if that's enough to do anything with.
Yeah, we can only just make sure our home form's good, and hopefully we can turn it around tomorrow.
And then looking down the line, at reserve, 2 cracking performances. Jonas, first time he's ever seen the place, just seems to do well everywhere he goes, and young Nathan as well, paid 6, 15 points I think it was between the reserves. If you get that, you'll always be in with a chance.
Yeah, no, Josh coming in for his first time here. He's fantastic. Wherever he goes, it's his first time. So he's a talented young rider. So he's definitely one to watch for the future. And yeah, Nathan gives it his all, and I'm glad to see he's picked up a few points tonight.
Thanks for speaking to us, Chris. Well done. I think I put anyone watching on the stream, I put what we like to call the reverse commentator's curse on. So after his 4th race, Chris had 4 seconds, and I said to Mike, I says, Harris is one of those guys, every time he comes here he looks fast, but then you look at his score at the end of the night and you think, how did he only get 7 or 8? He never seems to be able to beat the big guns. Well, he turned that around in the later half, winning heat 13 according to Will Additionton, and heat 15 later on. 2 fantastic gates from the inside and two good wins, and a cracking night's work from Harris, and one that just sadly for the Bandits no one was really there to consistently back up.
Yeah, as we said through the week, Harris has been getting better and better, and he'll probably look back and be disappointed with only scoring 14 with his performance in the last few weeks. But I think that shows how good we were on this occasion. But yeah, he keeps on plugging through, and a brilliant race heat 13. Forgetting about who won or not. You know, Sam.
Picking lines. I've never seen Sam use before.
The Pickering lines, and yeah, for me, I thought he got it as well, but it was pretty close, and then winning heat 15 as well for Chris. So again, some good points for him, and Leon, and as we said already, Jonas done well, but yeah, that's them lost 2 of their Jubilee League matches, so they're now got their 2 home matches, need to win the 2 home matches and hope for the best.
I think it's probably just about restoring a bit of pride for Berwick now. You know, the 40-point defeat at Glasgow would probably mean if the rest of the teams win at home, then they're not going to make that up on points difference. But we've talked about heat 13, we've previewed it a few times, we'll see it now. Who do you think got it?
So Chris Harris comes from gate 1. Hasn't won a race yet, but as usual, he's very entertaining. In gate 2, Sam Masters, he hasn't lost a race yet. Gate 3 is Leon Flint, who's always been effective. And gate 4, Josh Pickering, who's been battling to overcome mediocre starts. And then even when he made a start, he still had to come from the back. Looks interesting. Harris made a good one from the inside. Here come Masters and Pickering thundering down the straight. Masters on the inside line. Pickering outside. Harris. He knows he's got 2 tough competitors behind him for sure, and they're trying all sorts of different lines. Comes Masters at tremendous pace. Once again, Sam swings to the fence, goes all the way around the outside. He's using the whole track. Look at this from Masters. What a speed he's going there. Harris has held on. And I think it was Harris, but it was a terrific battle again.
Sure on that one, Mike. I'll wait for the official result on that one, albeit I don't know if I trust the man given anyway, but a fantastic race again.
There's been some really good racing.
Maybe Chris Harris heard me after what I said earlier, but I'm always seeming to be fast and failing to win the big races here. We'll find out in a minute, but fantastic effort by Harris and by Masters, and Harris gets it. Fantastic race here, Dave, as you said, regardless of if we can be accused of blue and gold tinted specs. Anyone who thinks Harris got it could be accused of black and gold tinted specs, but fantastic race, and one of many good races throughout. I think that just about does us, Dave.
Definitely, yeah. We could have had 2 or 3 other races tonight, especially Paco.
Yep.
Heat 7 was a cracker. Yep,
fantastic racing throughout, and that sets the Monarchs up well for that visit to Shieldfield. I guess this will go out on Saturday, so it'll be tonight by the time you're watching this. Next week, of course, it's the Glasgow Tigers in the Jubilee League. Myself and Dave will be back midweek with a preview of that. But until then, as always, thanks for watching and goodbye.